It's Week 17 of the 2023 season. And coming up, we've got Daniel Jones.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now Jones. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 37. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Again, it's Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Colts at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ryan. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
This one fielded at the 5. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones with his pass into the hands of Bellinger. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 51 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level.
I'm not flying.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter, and the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now.
Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Rodgers to return it. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got
and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Julian Blackmon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
51,
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Throwing Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by Galladay. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of it. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
Flushed out right. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Rodgers on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd down and 7. They run once more with Taylor.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
Hey, Tuesday, 39. Good job, good job.
They go play action with Ryan.
And he'll find Pittman.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now it's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he just chucked that one out of bounds out of everyone's reach. And he was called not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on third and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Jones.
This pass complete to Galladay on the crossing route.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
21.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Uses the stiff arm. 12 more yards there and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
20. 58.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And New York set to take the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Jones to Galladay, 1st down, Giants.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Jones.
And that's complete to Shepard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 2nd and goal. Jones. This is caught. That catch good for 8, but still. Goal now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play.